But these are, I've met some of them on the stage last week. But any of you at the UTM debate? We had a debate at UTM.
Yeah.
Oh boy. One guy doesn't believe in vaccine, doesn't believe in COVID. It's a myth. It's poison. We're poisoning people. He doesn't believe in climate change. Interesting. The other one, very nice man, but not ready for politics. We won't say their names. That doesn't matter. So here we are. We're on the cusp of an election. I can't believe I've been waiting for months and months and months, and finally it is in 2 days. I've been working very hard to raise money. They give us only during the election time to raise all our money. So for people like me, the large city, 7 weeks to raise $500,000. But we've been pretty good. Money's been good. The money's been good. Been using it wisely and trying to help the councillors we need to get elected too a little bit. So we'll see on Monday night. You're all invited on election night. We will be at Metalworks Recording Studios, where some of the biggest talent in Canada and the US record their records. It's fascinating because they have all the recording, the gold records, platinum records, etc. on the walls, and you see the history and who's been there. It's kind of interesting. I hope you can join me. Maybe you have other commitments to councillors, maybe other mayors, but if you're free, please join after 8 on election night, because the polls will close after 8. So we'll see what happens. But Mississauga, we're building a bright future. This is not the city from 50 years ago. Mississauga will be 50 years old in 2024. So it wasn't that long ago. Some of us who were here remember Mississauga. They had horses and cows grazing on Burnham Thorpe in here, Ontario. Remember, right? Applewood orchards. Why do you think it's called Applewood? Apple farms, apple orchards, all in this area. Fruit farms. Amazing. That wasn't that long ago. And look how we've changed. We're now not a suburb of Toronto, big urban city, 3rd largest in Ontario. Toronto, Ottawa, Mississauga. We are an economic engine, 98,000 businesses, 75 Fortune 500s, 1,400 multinationals. We have 500,000 jobs and growing every day. We are a net importer of jobs. That means more people start and end their day here or drive into work than actually drive out somewhere else. That's a really incredible statistic that not a lot of other cities can match, and I'm very proud of that. We have a very diversified economy, and that makes me very proud. I mean, most of them are small businesses, but specialize in life sciences, biotech, biopharma, etc. Advanced manufacturing, particularly aerospace, #1 aerospace employer in Canada, #2 by employment in life sciences. We have also auto, we have manufacturing, as I said, clean tech, head offices of food and beverage. We have over 100 German companies, over 100 Japanese companies here. We also ICT and finance, insurance, real estate. Now we are so competitive because of our talent here. We have an exceptionally highly trained, highly skilled workforce. People come with post-secondary degrees, speak many languages. Let me demonstrate to you. We attracted a company here to Mississauga that was going to go to Waterloo or to Toronto. They're in high tech, they're in innovation. And I heard that they were being pitched to Waterloo or to Toronto, and I said, why are you letting them have a shot at this? And why not Mississauga? Oh, Bonnie, this is an innovation company, and they're on the innovation corridor. And this is a company that's looking for highly trained, highly skilled people who speak a lot of languages with proximity to the airport. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
Right, so I said, come on, this is for me. We're right in the middle of the innovation corridor. That's exactly, we defined my workforce. Highly trained, highly skilled, speaking lots of languages. By the way, you get the airport in about 10 minutes from the 401. So of course, Cognizant, 2,000 jobs came here instead of Waterloo or Toronto. And that is the story with many companies. Even during COVID, when we were in lockdown, we still brought 2,000 companies here, 2,000, 13,500 jobs just during COVID. So this is because Mississauga is a very desirable place to live, to work, to invest, to raise your families. We have so much going on here. I'll just close because you probably have questions for me as well, because we're building. We need to build more affordability. The city needs to be more affordable, as does everyone, and we're worried about affordable housing, and we're worried about building transit. I'm very successful attracting business here and closing business deals to get that investment. But then I want people not only to work here, but to live here. And the price of houses, unless you're it's much too high for the average family. And so we have to work with the provincial, the federal government to provide incentives to bring the costs down so everybody can afford. And not only condominiums, because of course we're building lots of condominiums. You've seen the downtown. We have 50 towers coming into the downtown. 50.
Wow.
50. 25 towers in the next 5 years, and then when they develop around Square One, Oxford Omers, that's another 30 towers. But that's a lot of condominiums. And this is not housing, and it's not for families, 700 square feet unless you have a 2-bedroom. But families need housing, they need choice. They need townhomes, and stacked townhomes, and duplexes. And we need more variety. We need more density on our large lots so that we have basement apartments, secondary units, we allow that now. If we're talking about garage conversions, garden suites, all kinds of innovative things. The provincial government wants us to introduce these things to give options. And I'm thinking about these things. This is not bad for, young people, starters. Maybe your son is married, wants to start, he wants to live close by. That's okay. Maybe here, I don't know, maybe we could all live here. So we're looking at different varieties to provide more housing supply, but more affordability. And the other thing, not only affordable housing, but seniors care and long-term care. Because I think we learned during COVID that was the big gap. How we care for our seniors. We need to build more seniors housing and long-term care facilities. And I've suggested that they have surplus land, federal, provincial government, sell it not at market rate, a little bit less, to someone who will agree in contract to build affordable housing or long-term care or seniors care so that they can build it cheaper. And there are different kind of modular formats now that they can build much cheaper. So this is what the kinds of things we're looking at. And then in the lakefront, we have new communities coming in the lakefront, mixed use, because my goal is to build a complete community. So if you live there, you never have to leave. You're by the water, why would you go anywhere? You can work there, live there, have all recreation, schools,